magaalada Grove City ee gobolka Ohio ayaa laga diiwaangeliyay taariikh cusub kadib markii Mohamed Omar oo 25 jir uu ku guuleystay kursi kamid ah golaha deegaanka magaaladaasi. Guushan ayaa ka dhigtay Mohamed Omar Soomaaligii ugu horreeyay ee abid ku guuleysta xil gole deegaan oo rasmi ah gudaha gobolka Ohio. Doorashadiisa ayaa soo jiidatay indhaha bulshada Soomaaliyeed ee ku nool gobolkan iyadoo lagu tilmaamay guul taariikhi ah oo ka turjumaysa dadaalka iyo ka qaybgalka sii kordhaya ee jaaliyadda Soomaaliyeed ee gobolka Ohio ee arrimaha siyaasadda. intii lagu jiray ololaha doorashada, Mohamed Omar waxa uu diiradda saaray kobcinta fursadaha dhalinyarada, taageerada ganacsiyada yaryar iyo xoojinta matalaadda bulshada cusub ee soo kordhaya ee gobolka Ohio. Guushan uu gaaray ayaa loo arkaa bilow cusub oo u furan Soomaalida Ohio, taasoo muujinaysa in jiil cusub oo Soomaaliyeed uu hadda si dhaba uga qayb galaya hannaanka siyaasadeed ee Mareykanka. Jaaliyadda Soomaaliyeed ee magaalada Columbus iyo nawaaxigeeda ayaa si ballaaran u soo dhaweeyay guusha Mohamed Omar, iyadoo dad badan ay u arkaan inay tahay mid dhiirigelin u ah dhalinyarada iyo waalidiinta Soomaaliyeed ee guud ahaan Mareykanka ku dhaqan. Mohamed Omar ayaa la filayaa in uu si rasmi ah xilka ula wareego bilaha soo socda, iyadoo bulshada Soomaaliyeed ee Ohio ay rajo weyn ka qabaan in uu noqdo cod u matala danahooda iyo aragtidooda mustaqbalka.
Mohamed Omar oo runtii u tartamayay kursiga shanaad ama degmada shanaad ee Grove City Ohio, Columbus Ohio caaw ku guuleystay kursigaas ma sha Allah. waxaa inoo jooga xildhibaankeeni Ismaaciil Maxamed oo legend in badan tartamayay. waxaa inoo jooga gudoomiyeyaashii waxgaradkii hablihii culimaadudiinkii insha Allah
subhanahu wa ta'ala waxa uu inoo abuurtay waa cibaado. awalan qof kasto inaga mida waxa muhiim u ah inuu ku dadaalo sidii Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala uu raali gelin lahaa. raali gelinta Ilaahay qofka waxay u sababaysaa inuu ka badbaado jahannama ama naaraha kaleba inuu ka badbaado, inuu mutaysto jannooyinka Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala uu u diyaariyay dadka muttaqiinta ah. sidaa daraadeed qof kasto inaga mida waxaynu u baahannahay inaynu Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala raali gelino, inaynu ku dadaalo sidii aynu u noqon lahayn dad toosan oo Ilaahay subhanahu wa ta'ala diintiisa ku toosan.
I want to start off. Abti said a lot of great things about me. I don't want to take the credit. My family here, Sarad, is actually the campaign manager. She's actually the person that actually showed me what to do, convinced us, and introduced us on how to become a team in a group. I want to say congratulations to Mohamed. The day he came up to us and said, "Hey, I want to run for Grove City," I was very hesitant because I grew up in Grove City. And Grove City, as of all of you would know, if you guys were poll standing, Grove City is not an easy place to poll stand. There's a lot of people who don't see people like us. They don't see Muslims. They don't see black people. And if they do see black people, Muslim people, they look down on us. So this right here is very historical. We should all be very happy for Mohamed Omar, and we should all be happy for ourselves. Can you guys please give him a round of applause? I also want to mention the youth that was part of this. I've never seen so many youth come out, stand outside, knock doors, be part of the parades, talk to Mohamed, ask him questions like, "Hey, what should I do? Why are you running?" Ask him questions. That is very important because at the end of the day, if you want good role models for your youth, you have to put the youth in positions for them to have a role model. So we also have to remember that. So that is an amazing accomplishment. Mohamed Omar is only 25 years old. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have kids who are in their who are 20s, teenagers, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds who can look up to Mohamed and be like, "Hey, you know what? I want to be a city council member. I want to be a state representative. I want to be the president of the United States." If you put anything into your mind, you can do anything that you want to do. So I want to say thank you, Mohamed. And I'm so happy for you. You deserve this. I've seen every sweat and tears that you put into this. You deserve this. You need to celebrate. And I'm so happy that you're with all your loved ones. So thank you for letting me speak.
همبليو محمد أفتي آديات بوما سنتاي همبليو دمانتين آد بوما سنتين سوشي قدومي كيسة وقت الدنبال تشوغا لكن عاو هدينو داهنو يهدينو بادينو انت وأوغال نابيلا تدامر قولي سني إن شاء الله ودادي ديريدو صومرني قبليه بنانك إيا رقي تاقنا عاو حيلاتها هاي فرحات بينو تشوغنا محمد وحالي هاي نندل يراها تاي الباب كسياسة دوات قشي لكن وحن نقول دو تاجران جردنا كرو فوشت ما وحالها سياسة دوات قلاي لقى مبح لكن أدوكو مركو ورسيبة تقول ستي congratulation عرور دليرة دا صوماليات إميشان كل شيء أيق لفتة وده وحدو تاي رود موديل أو تاي همبليو الله هاي
aad baan runtii aan idinka mahad celinayna anigoo ku hadlaya afka Mohamed Omar iyo afka community-ga intaba aad baan idinka mahad celinayna waxaan kaloo mahad celinayna elected officials-ka oo inagala joogo Ismaaciil oo inagala joogo Mohamed aad baan ugu mahad celinayna iyo dhammaan runtii intii endorse garaysay encourage garaysay waxaan mahad celinayna dhalinyarada youth-ka oo run ahaantii sida ay hadda marwa sheegtay laf dhabarna u ahaa isla mar ahaantaana motivate gareeyay ayaan aad ugu mahad celinaynaa hooyooyinka sharafta leh oo halkaan fadhiyo oo iyadoo waqtigan la joogo in fact ilaa saakana taagnaa dhowrkii toddobaad ee la soo dhaafayna taagnaa iyagana aad baan ugu mahad celinaynaa definitely Mohamed sida la sheegay waa 25 years old he has aged while he was campaigning afreelaatan jir buu ahaa markuu bilaabay marka he is 25 now I remember he was 24 when he started this campaign so aad baan Mohamed runtii ugu mahad celinaynaa dhalinyaro oo dhisan oo run ahaantii dhalinyaro fara badan insha Allah taala motivate gareyn doona marka isagana annagana runtii farxad bay noo tahay لكن especially dhalinyarada ay runtii farxad gaar ah ay u sii tahay I do remember markii uu muxuu ahaayay xildhibaan Ismaaciil oo guuleystay dhalinyaro badan buu runtii motivate gareeyay so this is just the next level the first city council oo inagu abtirsada Soomaali hadaynu nahay of course ninkanu de hadda wuxuu matalayaa xaafad cadaan uu matalayaa caaw halkaan inagu dheeraad baynu ku nahay laakiin de farxadda inaynu la qaybsano runtii it shows sida aynan ugu kala harin arrintan bayna tusaysaa de ninkan waxaa laga rabaa xaafadan laga doortay inuu u shaqeeyo marka waad mahadsantihiin dhammaantiin congratulations Mohamed Omar
markuu wareysa aad iyo aad bay farxad noogu tahay inaan maanta joogno Grove City runtii waliba hambaliya iyo farxad ku joogno walaalkeen Mohamed Omar runtii wiilka dhalinyarada quruxda badan leh maanta in loo doortay Grove City city councilman runtii waa farxad bay noo tahay anagu reer Ohio hadaan nahayna waxaan ku faanayno marar badan baa anagu farxad dara ku jirnay maanta laakiin farxada u joognaa maanta marka aad baa markii wareysa ugu hambalyeynaya I think gudoomiye Yaasiin suu yiriba iyo Kaysiba gabdhaheena runtii halgankan ugu badnaa waqti iyo shaqo iyo guriga garaac ku jiray marka uga mahad celinaa gabdhaheena volunteers ka dhanba iyo maamooyinka sharafta lahaa habaryar oo runtii lacag aruurinta iyo fundraising ka qayb weyn ka qaadatay campaignadan lagama maarmo marka kaana horta aad baa ugu hambalyeynaa runtii Mohamed horta ma sha Allah waa wiil dhalinyaro ah marar badan waa eri runtii 25 inta kama muuqato runtii muuqaal sidii la fiiriyo waan aad dhalinyaro u ah runtii tusaale fiican u jeexaya meeshu ku ordayna runtii horta waa ragatinimo waan meel runtii xisbiga xitaa ku yiriya dimuqraadiga ah waa dareemi kartiin anagu inteena kala orday inaan u badanahay magaalada Columbus or Westerville laakiin si inuu Grove City yimaado runtii horta waa geesinimo iyo karti meel oo runtii dimuqraadiga inay ku ordaan xitaa ku adkayd inuu ku ordo easy ma ahayn waana wax aan ku amaanayno tusaale uu yahay dhalinyarada soo baxaya I think mar dhaweyd waxa la sheekaysanaya Cabdullaahi iyo aan dhahay waa asaga hadda ugu horeeyo amalnay qofka labaad waa actually oo Mareykan ku dhashay oo siyaasiya arab siyaasiyaasha maraykan jooga oo dhanba asaga iyo Umar Faatax asagana oo maanta afarta wadnaha ku hayno aan daawanayna doorashadiisa waa the only two oo maraykan ku dhashay inta siyaasiyaasha maraykan jooga oo dhanba marka waa raad cusub runtii ay jeexayaan oo dhalinyaro badan oo ku dhashay meeshan ay ku dayan karaan marka again mar labaad iyo mar saddexaad aad baa ugu amaanayna Mohamed Omar wado cusub uu jeexay insha Allah dhalinyaro badanna waa arki doonaa ka dambeyn doona oo Grove City iyo Groveport iyo Delaware ka ordi doona insha Allah so again mar labaad iyo mar saddexaad hambaliyo waan soo marnay aniga runtii guul darra iyo guulba marka wax lagu farxo aad marka guul maanta u joogtid runtii waana dareemi kartiin runtii daalka ka muuqda iyo waqtigu soo maray wallahi sababta ay ku tahay campaignkaas muddo dheer buu waday runtii annaguna marar badan aad ma maqlin especially north marka deganahay laakiin uga mahadcelinaya gabdhaheena runtii oo halganka aad u galay aad baan u amaanaya ilaahay ku barakeeyo again farxad iyo sharaf insha Allah fadlan nagula soo dhaweeya the next city councilman of Grove City Ward 5 Mohamed Omar.
All right. So I want to, before I speak, you know, tonight it wasn't a joke. I was actually serious. I prepared 2 speeches, a victory or a loss. So I'm still uncertain, but before I speak, I would like to call up somebody who has put so much into this campaign, who has dedicated their time, their finances, their energy, and I don't think we would be here today without her support, and that person is Saran. And it wasn't a part of the plan, but I want to give her a chance to say a couple words, inshallah. Thank you.
That's so sweet. I just want to say sorry guys, I have a cold, my voice, but I met Mohamed last year, and I remember I called my sister Subhan, and I said, hey Subhan, this kid, he should run for something. Wallah, it was last year, I met him one time, and I was like, and Subhan was like, I think he actually wants to run in the future. And what did I say? Wallahi, if he ever decides to run, I will be the first person to stand by him. And wallahi, this actually feels like, again, I met your family. I got so close to them. Today I was literally saying I feel so sad because I feel like we built such a relationship during this campaign. It was about unity. It was about family, making all these connections with each other. And our goal was to make sure that you won. And I'm so glad that I met all of you guys. It was an absolute pleasure to be part of this campaign. It was beautiful. It was clean. It was nice. There was no qabil. There was nothing. It was amazing. There was no hate. It was all love. Wallah, it was all love. There was no stress. It was just everything. Alhamdulillah, it worked out so beautifully. And wallahi, I'm so happy. Like, I'm beyond happy that we won. And I say we, because it is a we. We all won. Congratulations.
Appreciate
it. Please.
All right, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm very excited to be here tonight. I'm very exhausted. I have been up since about 7 a.m. this morning, standing at the polling locations to not only make sure that we got this win tonight, but to show that Ward 5 residents would potentially have a city councilor that didn't only come to them for an agenda, that didn't only come to them to get a vote, but showed up because they genuinely cared about their concerns and wanted to address the issues that we're experiencing here in Grove City. So I'm very honored and I'm very lucky to be in a room tonight filled with so many people that have supported me, that have encouraged me, that have motivated me, put their time, had private closed doors meeting, spent 14 hours on the phone about me. You know, well, I'm very grateful and thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. When I decided to run for office, I didn't do it because it was like a cool thing to do where I wanted to get my name out there. From a young age, I was somebody who was very committed to advocacy work, whether it was through student council, whether it was through organizing protests and different organizations in my city. I had a commitment because I saw a greater good in our community. And a lot of times people choose to work against the system. I was somebody who chose to work against the system. And now I'm ready to see what it's like working with the system to create positive change for my community. I want to give special thanks. So let me first clarify that this is not our big celebration. So this is just a watch party. We're just here to take a look at some of the numbers. As you can see on the TV, we have some of the results that are loading. But this campaign, my community, my family, were pillars in this campaign. But the people that were truly behind this campaign, that motivated me and pushed me to the best of my ability, were the young people. So can we give them a round of applause? I want to give a special recognition to my mother and my father. To my mother for the consistent dua and the encouraging words every single day. To my father for standing at the polling locations every morning in the freezing cold. Thank you. And if it wasn't for the both of you, I would not be here today. Thank you for raising this Somali king. And inshallah, this is just the beginning. This campaign has been through a lot, from a point to where only a few people, specifically shout out the Mussolini family and my family, to now making it a campaign that is known everywhere. That is because of every single person in this room. To my Abtis, to my Aders, to my Edos, to my Javiers, you all are the backbone of this campaign. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I don't think it's right to continue without recognizing a man that has put so much time and effort into this campaign. A state representative, Mark Segrist, who has dedicated so much time to my campaign, not only because he saw the vision and the passion that I had for city council, but he wants to create history by electing the youngest city councilor and the first Muslim city councilor in Grove City. But we made history bigger than that. We made history bigger than that because tonight, every person in this room helped get the first Somali city councilor elected in the state of Ohio. So I'm very excited. Thank you all so much. You know, this is just the beginning. I say this all the time. You know, every next opportunity, you know, everything I learned in this campaign journey, I want to pass it on to the next potential candidates. You know, it's about building up our next generation and our next gen of leaders. I'm very, very excited tonight. I do want to just highlight some of the numbers as they continue to roll in. So not only did my opponent withdraw from the race, we were up against a very conservative candidate that led a very interesting campaign that was spited by hate, that was led by negativity. I've been attacked on social media. There have been Islamophobic comments made about my campaign, about me as an individual, about my volunteers. And I'm speaking about this tonight because I chose not to speak about it during my campaign season, and I believe it needs to be talked about tonight. There's a lot of racism and Islamophobia that often gets overlooked in this city. It is essential that we address it. It is critical that we talk about it, even though it has not been talked about now. But as the first Somali city councilor, the first Muslim city councilor in the city of Grove City, this is a conversation that we are going to have from now moving forward. That is the message that I want to get across to all Grove City residents tonight. The numbers came through as follows. At the location that I spent majority of my day today, which was the church, Amy Cowell, the withdrawn candidate, and this is about to be a lot of numbers, so prepare yourself. Amy Cowell, the withdrawn candidate, received 77 votes. Because she withdrew, those votes do not count. They are null and void. The write-in candidate received 47 votes. I, Mohamed Omar, received 147 votes. At that same location, which had multiple precincts, Amy Cowell, the candidate that withdrew from the race, received 141 votes. The write-in candidate received 75 votes. I, Mohamed Omar, received 211 votes. At the location, which was the Jackson Township, I'm going to preface, we lost this location. Amy Cowell received 35 votes. The write-in received 147 votes. I received 108 votes. I need the last numbers.
For high school?
Yep.
Wasn't it 3 locations?
Yep, we're just waiting on the last location. And then I think it's also gets to recognize that for absentee ballots, so these are people who voted via mail or via mail, the candidate that withdrew from the race, Amy Cowell, received 70 absentee ballots. That's people who voted by mail. The write-in candidate received 31 absentee ballots. I, Mohamed Omar, received 84 ballots. Oh, wow. Should I announce this? Well, this is not about us. This is the New York. The mayoral candidate, Zohran Mamdani, won mayor of New York. Okay, so the last location. All right, the last location. We're making history all throughout the states. All right, let me get your attention. So this was the biggest location, which was Grove City High School, which was the recreation center. And it's based on precincts. So for the first precinct, Amy Cowell received 19 votes. The write-in received 11 votes. I received 16 votes. That means Amy Cowell received 32 votes. I received 29, and the write-in received 14. And then the last precinct, Amy Cowell received 48 votes. The write-in received 32 votes, and I received 61 votes. So not including absentee ballots, what that means is that we are winning 561 to 326, not including absentee ballots. So therefore, it is concluded that we have won this race. I know that was a lot of numbers. I apologize. It was stressing me out. But once again, thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Inshallah, we're going to continue to celebrate. We just made history in Franklin County, in Ohio. And thank you all. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you.
Wassalamayna dhammaan ummadda Soomaaliyeed iyo everybody is here. Inshallah waxaan leenahay assalamu alaykum. Waxaan aad ugu mahadinayaa masha Allah dadweynihii aad u soo dadaalay qaybta weyn ka qaatay inuu walaalkeen Maxamed Yare inuu ku guuleysto City Council first City Council oo 25 years age ahaan. At the same time a Muslima Grove City oo in ognahay waliba meel adag inay tahay inuu ku guuleysto caaw nasiib u helay waa ugu mahadinaynaa walaalkeen aad iyo aad baad u soo mahadsantiin soo dhawaadaan leenahay Maxamed waxaan ku leenahay inshallah congratulations inshallah waxaan leenahay in badan soo noqo
inshallah dhamaantiin aad baan idin salaamayaa anigu aad ma hadlo laakiin aad iyo aad baan idinku mahad celinayaa Maxamed waa nin yar oo dhalinyaro waa nin future ka inoo ilaahayna waxaan ka baryaynaa dadka dhalinyarada ah isaga ka yareeyay hadda inay iyaguna boosaskaas sii raadsadaan marka aad baad mahadsantiin congratulations Maxamed thank you brother